We've been a leader in banking for more than 100 years. You'll find us here, at home, on your phone, and everywhere you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Sponsored by Renaissance Bank.
Good morning, Northeast Mississippi. This is Newsbreak for Wednesday, April 26th. I'm Brad Locke. Thanks for joining us. You can catch Newsbreak each weekday at 7 a.m. Watch it on djournal.com, Facebook, YouTube, or the Daily Journal's mobile apps for Apple and Android devices. Going to take a look at news, sports, and weather for Northeast Mississippi. So let's start with the Weather Underground forecast. For today, clear skies, a high of 84 degrees, low of 58, just a 10% chance of rain. The 3-day outlook: Thursday going to be partly cloudy with a high of 75, low of 59, just a 10% chance of rain. Could see some thunderstorms on Friday, high of 88, low of 69. The chance of rain is 40%. And then Saturday, partly cloudy skies, high of 89, low of 70, a 20% chance of rain. Let's take a look now at some of the top stories from the Daily Journal and djournal.com on this Wednesday. The Corinth School District will have to lay off some of its faculty and staff for the next school year. Superintendent Lee Childress said Tuesday that all 3 of the district schools will be impacted, but that the Corinth School Board is looking for ways to minimize the number of layoffs. The staff cuts come as the district is faced with a state funding cut of $760,000 for the upcoming fiscal year, which starts July 1st. The district also might lose $200,000 in federal funding. And on top of that, kindergarten and pre-K registration is lower than expected for the district. Childress did not provide an estimate of how many people will be laid off, calling the figure fluid. The district has until Friday to notify the impacted personnel. The district wants to protect the instructional program and is looking for cuts in other areas. Childress said the district is looking at how it can save additional operation costs prior to the 2018 fiscal year. The bicentennial edition of the Mississippi Blue Book was unveiled Tuesday by Secretary of State Delbert Hosemann during a news conference in Jackson. The book is the state's official and statistical register and is released every 4 years. More than 800 pages in its latest incarnation, the book provides a litany of information about the Magnolia State, such as public officials, weather info, and census data. The first 59 pages of the book include a brief history and the faces of Mississippi in terms of business, culture, and other activities. Now, in the past, the Blue Book has been released after municipal elections, but with the focus of the book being an online publication, it is being released before the elections this year. The digital version can be accessed at sos.ms.gov in the Education and Publications Division, or if you want a hard copy, call the Secretary of State's office at 601-359-6344. Grants totaling more than $4,000 from the Northeast Mississippi Youth Foundation will soon help young people across the region. The foundation gives the grants each year to help Northeast Mississippi youth. This year's 8 recipients were announced on Sunday afternoon. NEMYF is part of the CREATE Foundation. It is made up of students from the 17 counties that CREATE serves. The Youth Foundation was established in 2001 to give 11th and 12th grade students an opportunity to serve in a youth-directed foundation and learn about leadership and philanthropy. The student members submit grant ideas for their home counties and vote on which ones to fund. The grants are awarded from the Youth Foundation's Endowment Fund, which is built by fundraising done by the students. The endowment currently stands at $115,000. And in sports, Mooreville football coach John Keith has resigned after just 1 year on the job. Keith, a Mooreville alum, led the Troopers to a 6-5 record last season, including a 4-1 mark in Division 4-3A. They lost in the first round of the state playoffs. Keith took over a program that went 3-8 the year prior, and Mooreville is moving up to Class 4A next season. Keith said there is nothing official yet on his next coaching opportunity. Before taking the Mooreville job, he was an assistant at Tupelo from 2013 to 2015. For more high school sports coverage, including updates from Tuesday's softball playoff action, check out today's Daily Journal or visit djournal.com. That does it for Newsbreak on this Wednesday. We do want to remind you to check out a couple of the podcasts we produce here at the Daily Journal. The Memo, All Things Northeast Mississippi, with myself and W. Derek Russell every Wednesday and Friday. You can find new episodes in iTunes, your podcast apps, or at memo.djournal.com. And also today, look for a new episode of Prep Rally, a high school sports podcast with myself, Gene Phelps, and Blake Morgan. Find that this afternoon in iTunes, your podcast apps, or at preprally.djournal.com. All the stories I talked about today you can find in your daily journal or at djournal.com. Give us a follow on Twitter at djournalnow. Give our Facebook page a like as well. And that's it for Newsbreak on this Wednesday. I'm Brad Locke, and we'll see you next time.